Charlie.
All right. What's up, everybody? It's your boy Galaxy Greg, and welcome to another episode of the Be More Nerdy podcast. With me today, a co-host, but I'm your host, Galaxy Greg, and with me today is Diva XLXO.
What it is, little dummy?
And DJ T Jones.
What's going on, everybody?
That being said, this is episode 58. We are at 58 episodes. Man, that's more than a year's worth. And we're coming up on, our 2-year anniversary? I think it is?
Yep.
2 years?
In March or April. March. It's
April.
March.
April.
It's March.
I'll put $1 on it as April.
Alright. First episode was released on... Go to page 7 of 7. Go. Our first... you're right. April 14th. You win. I owe you $1.
Like I was saying, that's 58 episodes, and with this episode, we're going to be talking about a lot of news. But, as usual, let's get into our weeks. How's everybody's week and a half been since we last partied? Because we got busy. No, it hasn't been a week and a half. It's been a week and 2 days. We partied yesterday.
Oh, God.
Anybody want to start?
How
about the two people who were cussing people out?
I always start. Tisha starts.
Tisha, Mr. I want to cuss people out at work.
There we go. Hello?
Yeah. We hear you.
Yeah, there we go. I got my headphones. All right. So, as you guys know, I am a Baltimore City police officer as well as a DJ. I love what I do. I protect and serve. I save lives on the daily, which is very stressful as well. I clocked into work, got my car, was about to hit the streets, and as soon as I'm about to hit the streets, this is not when I cuss somebody out, but as soon as I'm about to hit the streets, get a call for an overdose. As soon as I come in. So I had to go save this man from overdosing first thing in the morning. I say, too damn early for this. Why are you doing heroin first thing in the morning, sir? It's not coffee.
Technically, it works the same way, right? Is heroin an upper or a downer?
It's a downer, I thought.
Yeah, it's a downer.
I'm pretty sure it's a downer.
I'm thinking cocaine. That's the upper.
Maybe he woke up too early. He wanted to go to sleep. I don't know.
Nah. Okay.
Masturbate, my motherfucker.
But the reason I cuss someone out is because I am I'm a very nice police officer, and I got a call for some dude selling drugs in the corner. I think
you should limit how much information you give here. That's just me caring about you.
Right. Okay.
I mean, give information, sure, but...
Yeah. So they were doing, already said it, but let's say illicit things on the corner. I pull up to this corner, and instead of harassing them, I sat there and just watched them. I didn't bother them, nothing, just watched them, and I didn't observe them doing anything wrong. I left them alone. But then I had to do some other stuff, and I came back around to it later just to see if there's anything else going on. And I didn't just have one call. I had multiple calls about these people. So then I come back around, and they're not doing anything again, but I'm just watching them. And long story short, one of them got an attitude because I was watching. And he decided he wanted to cuss me out. I never said anything to him. But he decided he wanted to cuss me out, and then I in turn cussed him back out. I was like, you're not going to disrespect me. It's all about a respect thing. Don't disrespect me. I didn't disrespect you. I didn't hassle you. I didn't harass you. I just sat across the street and just watched you. But that was me. Cussing somebody out.
So my week has been fairly hectic. I've been working since Sunday, so just a little insight how busy I've been. And it's Tuesday, I think. I'm tired. I'm real tired. I took a nap before the pod, and I was kind of hoping y'all was gonna be like, "Yeah, we not podding," so I go back to sleep. But it's okay. I'm up. No, it's okay because I gotta get back to work. Sadly, we're really busy, but it's to a point where it's like we don't want to ask for help because every time we've asked for help and gotten help from other teams, it's bitten us in the ass and just pushed us back or whatever. So it's just like, fuck it. We're just going to thug it out ourselves And yeah, we'll be tired this week, but we know it'll be done right. It'll be finished. We won't have to worry about anything because it's just been too many screw ups on like from people not on our team, and we're still like picking some up to this day, and it's just like, nah, like we can't. Like asking for help is great, but what's the point when it ends up being more work for us? And like my argument is like one of our other projects, somebody was supposed to help, and they were supposed to be doing door details and did nothing. And then when asked why you did nothing, but you're still trying to charge 8 hours to our project, it was, oh, I couldn't find anywhere to reference. But you want a promotion. You want a promotion to a position where you're supposed to be able to just create them out of your head. So that's not an excuse. So I was just like, yeah. So it was rough. It's been a rough week so far. I'm having ice cream for dinner, and not because there's no food in my house, but because I deserve it.
Well, I didn't get paid, and there's no food in my house, so I don't know what I'm doing. Once again,
looks like it's ass for dinner.
Yep.
But I did have a productive weekend. Like I cleaned my house and like just got like my life in order. I went grocery shopping. I like returned stuff that I needed to return. Just took care of like adult business over the weekend. Hi, sweetie. So yeah, but work is just draining me. I'm ready for the weekend. And I still got a lot more days. Like, we're planning to work late tomorrow, but if you work late after 7, my job allows your project manager to buy you dinner. So our project manager. So it's not terrible that I'm working late tomorrow.
Everybody's working for the weekend.
Yes.
Everybody. What? Oh, my week wasn't that bad. Night shift kind of sucks. Having to drive at 6 in the morning to get back to go to sleep for about 4 hours, to have 4 hours of personal time, like, because I was so enjoyed about it. Have 4 hours of time to like go to the gym, make my lunch, make my dinner, because I usually eat them at work, and then maybe play the game because I have a new streaming schedule. I stream from 1 to 3 every Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Tuesday through Friday. And then alternating Saturdays because I go home. I went home this past weekend, even though I had to work Saturday. That was kind of bullshit, but went home this weekend, saw Joy. Had a good time. Got to have dinner with my mom, see my dad. That was nice. I downloaded a new Yu-Gi-Oh game. So since you guys only want to talk about depressing shit, yeah, I downloaded a Yu-Gi-Oh game. We all know how I was playing the card game, but this one has like over 10,000 cards in it, so your boy was in there really, and I got all my boys on it, so we're going to have some drunk Yu-Gi-Oh streams. There's already rules for drunk Yu-Gi-Oh, and it gets pretty hectic pretty fast. So we're definitely going to do that. Then I, got to play a little bit, got to deck build, but I'm upset because like I don't have enough time to play as much as I want. Like I'm working hard, I'm working like 10 to 12 hours every night, and tired as fuck. So share this podcast so that we don't have to, go to work for 10 to 12 hours and can just, give you more episodes and shit.
So what's your deck looking like, sir?
I'm running, my main deck is my Super Quants deck, which I finally got down, which is essentially the Power Rangers. You would love it. I beat a dude with it who was using Blue Eyes this morning. It was fucking hilarious. He summoned out like some big ass Blue Eyes monster, and I just killed it and then ended him. It was so fun. It was literally like the Power Rangers, like, oh, the big bag comes out, oh, Megazord.
Happy birthday, Alma. It's Alma's birthday.
Yes, it is. I was going to share that.
Yeah, happy birthday, Alma.
Friend of the pod.
Friend of the pod. Second wife.
Second wife.
Yeah, that's Greg's second wife. I can't claim her. I've been fighting Jordan for her for a minute now.
Yep. We got a second wife and a mistress, so yeah. Good luck.
God, crazy.
I've been taking drawing again, but I'm trying to learn how to digitally draw. So that is the new endeavor that I'm going on. I'm trying to do 100 days of it, not straight, but 100 days of it. Today was day 5. I took it easy and did Kirby. So that turned out pretty nice. I think I'm gonna color it tomorrow and practice stuff like that.
Oh, I saw you post that.
Yeah.
Congratulations picking up a new hobby. It's great.
Yeah, gotta preoccupy myself. Otherwise, I'm fucking mad in here.
So I forgot to say that I moved up to the advanced class in jiu-jitsu.
Yay!
The owner of the gym was tonight was like doing basically assessments on like where everyone's at and stuff like that. And he was very impressed with me. He got to see me roll with I roll with like higher belts, which I do a lot when we do like open mats. But he's always busy. Because he basically does all the paperwork. He runs the gym. He doesn't actually train anyone like that. So, but he was basically like, he's like, you're just like really strong and you overpower people. I said, yeah, that's what I go to. So that's how I beat like higher belts. I can't.
That's funny.
I need to learn more and get better. But I'm only a 2-stripe white belt. The guy I was rolling against was a blue belt, and I was beating him.
That's good though. Go you, progressing, finessing, submitting men. We love to see it.
Submitting men.
You made him sound real gay.
Nah, man. Did you know the Greeks used to do it naked and covered in oil?
Because they like to have sex.
Yeah.
Well, that's what they did during the Olympics, to be fair.
They took any chance they could to have sex with each other.
I mean, yeah, Greeks were obsessed with penises. Greeks and Romans, they love penis. But that's beyond the point. What I was getting at is, this week hasn't been that eventful in any means of the word. It's been pretty lax. Same thing will probably be for the next couple weeks for me. Like I said, I'm trying to get the streaming down and back in order. Oh, shout out to my friend Catherine, who met her sub goal last week after recently becoming an affiliate. Shout out to you, Kat.
Yay! Congratulations.
Yeah, she got like 45 subs in all of 30 minutes.
Oh, wow. Girl, you suck. How many subs do you have?
5. Yeah.
Y'all phony. Y'all not subbing him.
You're not
I'm a sub, so I can say it. Y'all not subbing.
She's a sub and a VIP. She has VIP status.
It's because you don't have a vagina. You need a vagina.
Oh, man. How
You need a vagina.
It would help. But no, she's pretty interesting. She's pretty fun. Every time she got sub, she was drinking, so that was funny. She ended up finishing like half a bottle of Henny.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah,
You're gonna go on your crate and keep playing with me.
That shit was funny. So let's hop into the news. I'm sorry if my audio is a little weird. I had to apologize from a different location without my super awesome mic.
It's okay.
So my first news point. Maya Angelou is going to be the first Black woman to appear on a coin. They're apparently printing some. I think it was like, I forgot which coin it was. I didn't write this down fast enough. I was doing it in passing, but they're printing her face on. They're minting her face on coins, like for some limited edition ones. And I didn't know that there were no Black women that were printed on coins, and I thought that was a really interesting story. I read through it.
That's because they don't love us.
Motherfuckers never loved us.
Never.
But hey, look, people say like this is like the stuff that they do to make you, not focus on the big shit. But this is nice all over. Like this does nothing for me, in terms
shit.
of living. But like this is definitely something that I think is like that's nice.
Yeah, I agree.
Especially for those coin collectors out there. Now you can get your Maya Angelou.
I'm about to say, what, the old white guys? They're not getting that coin.
Come on, they gotta get that coin. They gotta get that coin.
They're not getting that coin.
Benji, you might like this one. Jason Momoa and Lisa Bonet are getting a divorce.
Yeah,
Yo, I'm so sad. Yo, that's like a fine couple. It's like I'm happy sad because like now they both single and that's like yum. But damn, like that's so sad. They like because they've come a long way. I don't know, like, if you know, like, their whole story, but, like, they came a long way, and then they just have, like, this good kind of, like, I don't know, I guess now, probably not so good, obviously, because they're in a divorce, but they had, like, this good kind of co-parent friendship with Lenny Kravitz. It was just great. And, like, just the whole family is just fucking fine. It's just a whole bunch of fine people loving each
Who
other.
you telling? I love me some Zoe.
Right, like all of them. And now it's just like, damn, like, what happened?
What
the news report was just saying it was a mutual decision that they still care for each other, but
yeah, it sounds like it was very amicable, and they still care for they still care for each other, and everybody's still cool. But I think COVID did a number on a lot of couples. So like,
yeah, you learn that in the same house with some motherfuckers. Shit's crazy.
COVID also did a lot of positive on a lot of couples. A lot of people got married and engaged, but a lot of people got divorced and broke up. So it's like everybody, it had its highs and its lows, but it's just sad. Nobody wants to see anybody go through a divorce. Well,
what's weird about it though, he said that he always was a fan of her. That's like you growing up like with your childhood crush off of TV and then growing up and marrying her.
Right, like, that's so dope.
You mean, what's that guy's name? You mean like Tom Holland getting the fucking kiss in Zendaya?
Yeah.
Getting the kiss, they fucking now. He getting a fuck Zendaya.
You sure about that, bud? Are you reporting false news on a podcast?
I'm pretty sure they're dating, right?
They're dating, right?
I don't think they're dating.
They were.
I'm pretty sure they were dating at one point.
Look, this is all a Google search away.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're like together.
I thought they were. I don't think they're together anymore, but I thought they were dating.
I thought they were together.
While I pull up this next news point, one of y'all two, Zendaya, we're just gonna look it up.
I know about Zendaya. They were dating.
This is a good one. This is music oriented, but also TV oriented, and it made me really excited to hear this. Kendrick Lamar, Dave Free, and the co-creators Matt Stone and Trey Parker, co-creators of South Park, and Trey Parker are set to release an untitled comedy about a black man hired by a museum as a slave reenactor who finds out that his white girlfriend's grandparents had slaves.
It's gonna be
It's going to be hilarious. And it's funny because I listened to the podcast The Read and they were talking about it. And they were like, I don't know if I'm going to enjoy this. I'm not really into South Park. And I don't know if I'm really for this concept. And I'm like, this shit's going to be hilarious. Like,
it's going to be great.
It's going to be hilarious.
First of all, South Park is hilarious. And then Kendrick Lamar is a genius. So I think it's going to be really good.
You know what? It was funny because like they were like, I thought you were gonna say Tyler the Creator, and I was like, when they started saying it, I was like, because they described the show first, I was like, me too. Like I didn't like, not that I'm sad that it's Kendrick Lamar. I still think it's gonna be great, but I was like, I'm thinking like it just sounded so Tyler the Creator-y to me that I didn't even think.
Tyler the Creator would make a joke out of something like that, like how we had the show Loiter Squad. Like that, it would be like that. That would be 100% a joke if that was a movie by Tyler the Creator. Like this will have jokes, but they'll be satirical. They're gonna draw your attention.
It actually sounds like something Donald Glover would be a part of.
Yeah, or Donald Glover. Yeah. What is he doing? What is he doing right now? What's he doing?
Atlanta season 3 about to drop finally after like 3 years.
I'm about to say, so season 3 is coming because I'm like, he's just been really quiet, and I don't know if that's because of COVID or whatever, but he's been quiet kind of across the board. So I feel like something's going to drop with him.
Well, I feel like Donald
just
Glover
like not just Atlanta.
I feel like Donald Glover just has so much money that when he feels like doing something, he just does it, and otherwise he's just chilling until the creativity hits him. Because
I'm still mad they screwed him out of that Marvel TV show he was going to start.
No, wait, what about
he's going to do an FX show for Deadpool, animated Deadpool show.
Oh, nice. Who was he gonna play?
End up scrap. No, he was producing it.
Okay, I was about to be like, he can't play Deadpool.
He wasn't gonna play. He wasn't gonna play Deadpool, but he was producing it. He was writing it and everything. And it's gonna be on FX. It's gonna be like an adult animated series about Deadpool. And some reason it got pulled. And then they try to blame it on Donald Glover, saying that basically he said that he was too busy to do it. And he came out and defended himself. He said, "I've never said that." He said, I always wanted to do it. You guys ended it. So,
Right.
That's actually pretty funny. But yeah, I'm definitely excited for this. I love South Park. I love their satirical comedy. I love satirical comedy in general because I like the idea of taking something raunchy and hard to talk about, making a joke about it, and then you go, "That's funny." Wait a minute, that's a problem.
I love satirical humor. It's my favorite kind.
Yeah. So I'm excited for that, and you guys should be too. We'll definitely give a review of that when that comes out. I'm gonna save this news point because that's a huge one. Oh, this is one about Encanto that I saw while scrolling around on my reliable sources. Did you guys know that the Luisa dolls are selling so
Like
much more
hotcakes?
than Isabel dolls? So the story behind this was that the animators for Encanto had to fight. They had to fight Disney to make Luisa buff and strong, right? Big, buff, and strong. They wanted to make her more feminine, however, but at the same time, they wanted to just keep her strong, but keep her small and feminine. But they said that doesn't really fit. But they got away with it, and Disney, in preparation for all the little girls of the world wanting Isabella dolls and flowers and loving all that shit. Nope, they love a strong woman, and they actually have warehouses just full of Isabel dolls because they overproduce them and don't have enough Luisa dolls.
Yep, they don't have enough Luisa merch, and their Isabella merch isn't selling. And actually, someone who goes to the park quite often, they have a lot of they were on it with their Encanto merch. They were ready. They already have Encanto ears. A friend of mine already has the ears, but
Isabella's song wasn't as good as Luisa's song, first of all.
That's the other thing. Actually, I like her song. It's funny because that song, so Isabella's song and the song she sings at Antonio's when he gets his gift, I didn't like those songs until later. But when I heard songs I liked right off the bat were Isabella's song. We don't talk about Bruno, of course, which we should talk about next since we're on Encanto. But it's crazy. But I get it. But here's the problem. You already got that. You already got the cutesy girls with the flowers. That's already done. It's been done. Been there, done that. It's plenty of
Benton wants a stud.
Plenty. Yeah.
I actually hate that. Actually, I wish y'all could see my face when you said that. I was in it. I was smiling, and it just was ugh. I hate it. I really do. No offense to y'all. Some of y'all are out here. Y'all are fine. Y'all are getting it. Live your best life. If you like studs, that's what you like. I do not. I prefer femme. I prefer stems, but I prefer femme. I like more feminine females. So
science, technology, engineering, and math. That's crazy.
Yeah, I like. That's what I'm attracted to. The mind, people. Ha ha ha. Stuff. But as we all know the story, my girlfriend tricked me, and now I'm more stud.
That's funny as fuck.
She's so great. She's a predator. Let's not start this conversation again.
Isabel was a very mid character to me. She was boring. Luisa was at least interesting and something that a lot of people can relate to. Not as many people relate to being perfect and having to maintain perfection. People more so, I would say, relate to I'm trying to do this, and if I fail, everything below me can crumble. I feel as if a lot.
I disagree. I do feel like there are people who relate to the Isabella. I feel like there's a lot of people, especially, and not to say me and you are different generations, but I guess my generation, more my age group, especially a lot of my previous friends, where it's I have to be perfect. I have to keep this image because if I don't, then I'll disappoint the family. Maybe become an outcast is what's been placed upon me my whole life. Even with, and I hate to stretch it this far because it may be a stretch and some people may see it as a stretch, but it's not. With being in the LGBTQ plus community, it's I had to be the perfect
perfect gay. Oh.
Either the perfect gay or the perfect not gay.
So I was going to say this, but you're right. My generation is different than yours. You're worried about being the perfect gay. While most of my generation would say, fuck family, fuck being the perfect anything. I'm gonna start this OnlyFans and have to keep up that content.
Yeah. And I get it, like but I just get I just say it like this. I get all of the family strifes. Like, one thing that I wish from Encanto is, I get it. We talked about Luisa and we talked about Isabella because they were closest to Maribel. Like, they were her sisters and not like her cousins. But like, I really do wish we talked about Dolores more, and the weight of just being the person who hears everything and knows everything and knows everybody's.
She's one of my favorite characters.
Knows everybody's people.
Yo, there have been so many amazing.
That's the other thing. Dolores and Camilo are like blowing up, and I don't think Disney was prepared for that either, because people loved them too.
They didn't get a lot of screen time, but they were both. I liked them both.
Yeah, like cosplayers, I don't see as many people cosplaying. Like as far as like merch goes, I get it, but like I don't see as many people cosplaying Luisa or Isabella. But
did y'all see she looks just like her.
She looks good. She looks good. She makes a good Dolores. She made a cute Dolores. Yeah, she does.
Look it up.
But like, and then Camilo with his identity crisis. Like, Camilo is literally living an identity crisis, and we ain't dig into that, Disney. We missed opportunities here.
Part 2.
Y'all niggas is hurting. I would be so happy to be able to turn into anybody. What? And I can do your voice.
You saw him get in trouble. He got caught by his dad.
I don't sound like that.
That's crazy. No, that's crazy that your dad can recognize you when you just be someone else. He always say, Camilo, stop acting like your sister so you can get seconds. Damn.
Oh, damn. That's really a parent for you.
Fucking kid.
And the other thing, can we shout out to the dads of, first of all, Disney has always been good at dads, so I'm not going to talk about the moms this time. We can talk about the dads, because first of all, Maribel's dad was like, look, I was looking out for my daughter. Like, I get this family shit, but one daughter is crying, the other daughter think that she ruining the family. Like, no, I'm caring about my kids right now. And then let's talk about Felix. He was on it. He knew what kid is which. He's teaching his son good manners because he's warming up Abuela's seat and being there for Peppa and all of Peppa's instabilities. Encanto's a good movie. I could talk about it all day. Let's move on. Please move on.
Y'all ruined it for me. Y'all talked about it too much, and it made it kind of mid for that.
Sorry. Oh, we don't talk about Bruno. Top of the charts. Beat Out, Let It Go.
Finally, Jesus.
Yeah, it beat out Let It Go, and it's number 1 in the UK.
Since we're talking about charts, let's go to something about breaking records. We all know I love to talk about The Rock, right?
Okay.
He is a true inspiration. The Rock, his tequila brand, Terramana, just recently broke a record. It's just passed 600 case marker in its first year, which breaks the record for most sold in an alcohol's first year.
I still haven't tried it yet.
It's actually really good. Think of Casamigos, but cheaper.
I need to try it.
I love Casamigos. I liked Casamigos before everybody liked Casamigos.
Yeah,
one of those people.
I don't understand why it blew up all of a sudden. Like, what made Casamigos all something famous?
Because I didn't know Casamigos music, because I didn't know Casamigos as like Casamigos. I knew Casamigos as George Clooney's tequila. Like, that's how when I would buy the bottle, I'd be like, can I get that George Clooney tequila? Like, that's what I would go and say. And then everybody's like, Casamigos. And I was like, oh, I should try that thing that everybody's trying. And I was like, oh, I've been drinking this.
I forgot who bought it, but somebody bought out Casamigos. I think it was a rapper for some big company. And it made it blow up spontaneously. But yes, and then Casamigos shot up in price. But now Terramana is like, you can go in the store and get that for $30 and get the same size bottle of Casamigos. Personally,
I'm gonna try it.
Personally, Terramana, I had it. I made it in a couple mixed drinks. It goes down a little bit smoother than Migos. Like, when I drink Migos, it makes me salivate a little bit, and it goes down hot. Terramana just kind of goes down real smooth. It doesn't even it hits you the same, but it just goes down smooth.
I like my tequila chilled anyway, so if it can go down colder. You finished the treat already?
But yeah, so that's something. The Rock, shout out to him, always breaking records. And second, The Rock news. He just scored a. He has three things on this list. He just scored a UFC deal, UFC clothing brand deal.
Okay.
With his Under Armour brand, so he's branching out and creating not only shoes but athletic wear. So he will.
I love his Under Armour shoes. His Under Armour shoes are dope as fuck.
He's going to be sponsoring some UFC fighters with his shoes, with his he's making shorts now too, I believe. So yeah, so that's exciting. As you might know, he recently got into the Arena Football League, or was it Canadian Football League? One of the two. He bought a team. I know that. So he's branching out into sports. He's branching out into alcohol, as well as he also has a movie coming with Chris Evans. Him and The Rock are teaming up to the Christmas movie, and I think that movie's gonna be hilarious.
What is it going to be? Jingle All the Way too?
There's already a Jingle All the Way too. It's terrible, but
is it really?
Yes, it exists. I'm sorry.
Oh god.
So now, my question to y'all is: what kind of character is The Rock going to be playing? He's going to be serious, like Family Man. I'm trying to save my Christmas, and Chris Evans is like a jock boy fucking up his Christmas. Is Chris Evans going to be the serious one, and The Rock's going to be silly, or are they both silly? And this is like a Christmas action movie.
It's gonna be a Christmas action movie. It's gonna be hilarious.
Can it be like a funny Die Hard? Because that would be great.
If it's a funny Die Hard, you have to make references to how Die Hard is a Christmas movie.
Die Hard is a Christmas movie.
It is a Christmas movie.
I know.
It'll always be a Christmas movie. Just like Home Alone is really not a Christmas movie, but we accept it as a Christmas movie. Because it has jack shit to do with Christmas. He just got left at home at Christmas.
The new one, the new one's a Christmas movie though.
Nobody cares. I didn't watch that.
Back to Jingle All the Way. Did you watch the Solar Opposite Christmas special?
No.
Oh my god, they just make fun of Jingle All the Way. They get stuck inside of the Jingle All the Way movie, and it's the funniest shit ever.
I need to watch. Bent, I need you to send me the HBO information so I can start watching the regular show thing. What is it called? You know the show? So regular show, yes, but they made an adult version about this guy and his wife and how they're raising a kid in a small ass apartment with their two roommates. TJ, what's the show called? I need your help.
What? Started from the top. Explain it again.
The adult.
Hello? We lost you.
Oh Lord.
There you are. Hello?
I'm saying there he is. He's not here.
Can you hear me?
Are you talking to me or TJ?
You're talking to you, Greg. Explain it again.
I'm talking to you. We couldn't hear you.
Oh, so you guys lost me. Okay. I was saying it's like the adult version of regular show.
The adult version? What the fuck? It's not almost there. Close enough.
Close enough. There we go. Yeah, that show is hilarious.
Close Enough is a great fucking show. Great show.
So I gotta watch that and finish it. I've been seeing all the clips when Josh starts going to the gym, and I need to see that.
Oh yes, Greg, you gotta watch this show.
All right. Have you guys heard of the game Cuphead? Next news point, by the way. Have you guys heard of the game Cuphead?
Cuphead, no.
Yes, they're getting it. Yeah, I saw that. Yeah. On
Cuphead
Netflix.
and Mugman are getting a Netflix show.
Yeah. It looks good too.
Yeah, it looks silly. It looks like it'll be a nice, like, I'm a young youth, early teenager type of show. Like, I can find some comedy in it. Like, something I can just sit down and watch in passing.
You know what I started watching in passing, and I think it's really good? Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Like, I watch it while I'm at work.
I love that show. Brooklyn Nine-Nine is great.
Andy Samberg
really good.
He came, and what's crazy is Andy Samberg came from like shit like Lonely Island, and then became friends with Adam Sandler. And he's been in all his movies because Adam Sandler takes care of all his actors.
He does, and he's great. I love Adam Sandler.
He is. He has bangers after banger after banger. So, can't keep him down. Speaking after banger after banger after banger, great transition, guys. The Jujutsu Kaisen movie is coming to theaters on March the 18th.
Yes, the fuck it is.
Yes, I'll be here and I'll be going alone. So if you're in the Orlando area, DM me and we can go together.
Oh, I need to hit you with some dates,
with me.
Diva. I need to hit you with some dates. I was able to put in all my vacation time. So I have some dates coming up. I think in March or April. I have like a couple weeks off.
Your niece will be here in April.
Ooh, that'd be perfect then.
Yeah, she's coming down with me for spring break.
So I'll come down.
She's gonna get crazy.
Yeah.
The fuck not.
Speaking otherwise in anime news, did you guys hear about the statue of Zoro that was erected in Japan?
Yes, it's so cool. Even though it's not the statue, like when he was getting turned into a candle, it's not that pose, but it's still super cool.
Yeah, he said if I had a statue made of me, I want to look like this. But hey, shout out to the anime community. I love Japan so much. Like, they say it's a horrible place to live in when you're not from there long term because of the traditional stuff. But like, they say it's a great place to visit, and I really can't wait. 2024, I'm going to Japan. I don't know if y'all know.
I want to go. I'm with it.
Yeah, January 2024, we're going to celebrate the festival of the cherry blossoms, and we'll make our way from south to north because that's where all the festivals happen. We're gonna get some traditional food. We're gonna see some dope places. We're gonna have fun.
And we're gonna go to Disney World and Universal and what's that other one? There's another land that's there. What's the video game that's out of there? Nintendo
World. Nintendo World, fucking huge.
Yeah, it's huge. So I want to see all this stuff.
Most def. I told my friends, like, yo, start stacking your bread. 2024, that's gonna be like the year I do this and like go to Japan.
You're not.
I'm going in 2024.
No, you're not. You're just going to be. First of all, you got a wedding. You got a house. You got a lot of stuff coming up.
He don't care about none of that. He don't care about none of that shit.
I don't give a fuck about none of that shit.
None of that shit.
Going to Japan. Actually, a trip to Japan for 5 days only costs about, depending on how much you're spending in pocket, in between $12,000 to $2,000. In all honesty, I've looked it up and done the math, so I'm prepared. But I plan on.
I got that kind of money. I spend more than that on a Disney trip a year.
That's hilarious. So yeah,
I do.
Next news point. I'm bouncing around. Next news point. This is an interesting one about HBCUs. I thought you guys would like to hear. It made me happy. It made me know that HBCUs are finally getting some of the light that they deserve. Benji, you should know about this because you know they'd be rocking out. The CW is releasing an 8-part docu-series on HBCU marching bands titled March.
It's funny because that's like those are my favorite TikToks when they compare like a HBCU marching band.
So you see the white boy do it? That shit was fucking hilarious. Those
are my favorite ones. But I'm happy that our schools are getting the recognition that they deserve because when you look at like predominantly Black professionals who are doctors, lawyers, and in the STEM fields, they come from HBCUs. Like, yes, there are some who go to PWIs, and it's no shame into y'all game. But like the experience that you get, the connections that you make, it's irreplaceable. It is, and I wish more people saw HBCUs the way they see PWIs.
After Coachella that one year, I think that a lot more people started paying attention to HBCUs. Especially after Beyonce had basically her entire performance based after, HBCU and Greek life marching band.
Yeah, but I think, yes, and I agree, and I'm happy that they have, but I wish more, I wish people, kids, when they're looking at schools, are thinking about it more. Especially because, I know that my little cousin is, and the 2 schools that she told me that she really, really wants to go to are HBCUs, and I'm super proud of her. And I kind of hope she picks the one that's closer to me so that I can go see her and bother her at her HBCU. But if she doesn't, that's okay. But but I just wish that not just in our first in our community. I want us to appreciate them more, because I know I didn't, and I wish I did. Like, yes, I went to one, and I always knew that like that was an option, but I definitely did put some PWIs first. And then when you get into the professional community, I want you to be able to say like, oh yeah, I went to Howard, and people be like, oh my god. Well, actually I do get that, but not for the reason that people think. Like, I don't get it because they're like, oh my god, you went to Howard, that's this prestigious school. It's like, oh my god, you went to Howard, how's homecoming?
That's another big thing. Like, for all the, I was gonna play the party card. You talking about professionalism? I'm gonna play the party card. So for all y'all people who think like college is just one big party, it is. That's very true. It is one big party. However, you should still study this. But nothing beats an HBCU homecoming. Period.
Nothing.
All of them go ham. I was explaining to the people at my job, like I was like, oh yeah, I'm going to homecoming. They're like, wait, you mean the football game? Like, no.
Nobody goes to the game. Fuck that game. Unless you're gonna go see the band.
Yeah, you only go for the band, which is why they're getting a docuseries. But like, they all looked at me head tilted, like, so why are you going to the homecoming game if you're not going to the game? Like, and you're going to a tailgate. I'm like, I'm going to Yard Fest, and they're like, what's a Yard Fest? I'm like, oh, you don't know about the wondrous Yard Fest. I pulled up pictures from last year. I was like, this is Yard Fest, and it was like you can look them up on Twitter. Look up Morgan State 152, and it is just. The entire campus is a sea of people. Like, if COVID was a thing back then, that's crazy. But it's just people body to body, breath to breath. Like, you could smell someone's nose hairs if you were, like, there. Bruh, we hotboxed the building that year. What else happened? I think there was some fights that broke out. Trump came.
Pre-COVID, right?
Yeah, it was pre-COVID. Trump came, and I was just explaining to him, like, it's literally parties in every building. People just have drinks and you're giving them out. People just have weed and you're giving out. People just partying and having fun all day from like 11 until you fucking leave. It's just a party, and most people will get burned out by like 7 o'clock. But it's like, bruh, it's just a crazy.
Greg, what time did you get burned out?
7:30 p.m.
Yeah, he lasted 7:30. That's a good one. That's a good last.
Bro, he was so fucked up. It was ridiculous.
Bro, but here's the thing. So like I said,
and that was in COVID. Let's think if there was no COVID.
Most people like they start drinking around like 1. I was drinking at 11. I was like, nah, I'm getting an early start so I can eat. I ate, I drank, and that didn't drink any water and just drank from there on out. So from like a solid 1 o'clock until 7:30, there was liquor in just going in, no water coming out. I don't even think I peed.
It was just stuck in
there. So like, I was drunk as hell, and I ended up throwing.
You definitely did pee because we went to the bathroom together. I remember something happened in the bathroom. What the fuck happened? It was like some 6 guys. You try to help them stick or throw it up or something like that. Like, something happened.
I had to do what?
Some chick came in the guy's bathroom and was throwing up. And you tried to check her or something.
No. Oh, I remember. So look, all right. We went to go pee, and I finished peeing, and some chick barges in the bathroom. The men's door is always open for some reason, which I think is weird as shit. But she like barges in the bathroom, even though the door is open, and just stands over the trash can, starts throwing up. I'm like, yo, are you okay? You got some friends around here? You know you're in the wrong bathroom. She's like, I'm fine. My friends are on the way. I just throw up. I'm like, oh, you guys left.
And I wasn't gonna go to that. I'm so glad I went. I had a great time.
It's always a great time. Next year, I'm gonna slow down just a little bit, just a wee bit.
I want to go to Morgan's homecoming, and it's always like the same weekend as Howard's, or so close that it financially never makes sense because it's like either the week before or the week after, and it's like, I gotta go to my own schools. But before COVID, what I wanted to do was like do other schools' homecomings. Like, I want to go to GHO.
Oh, you want to do a circuit?
Yeah, I want to do a circuit. Like, I want to do a homecoming circuit, and so maybe one year
but the
I'll
years
be able
have
to
to be
do one.
right. Like my freshman year was the perfect year for a homecoming circuit. You had Howard one weekend, you had Howard and Morgan one weekend, then you had Hampton and A&T the next weekend, and it was someone else the third weekend. I was like, yo, this is perfect.
Oh, that'd have
But
been
I didn't
great.
know how like banging homecoming was. It was the perfect like circuit. Like, you get to go down, back up, and get done.
Yep. But just like I said, the culture that you like, the friends you make are forever. Like, my Howard friends are forever. I don't ever see, like, we have yearly events. We see each other once a year, and we all live in different states. Like, it's like those kind of bonds. It's the kind of bonds where, like, my mom asks me about them, and my mom misses them. She's actually planning. My mom is planning her own trip for my friends.
That's nice.
So
no, she's not lying. Your college friends are like your friend, like your HBCU college friends at least are like your forever friends. Like, I'm in a group chat, and like every time something happens, we're all like, we talk to each other every day. It's not just one of those group chats that say seven. We talk to each other every day. Every time something happens to someone, we're congratulating them. We talk about how much we care about each other, like how much it's refreshing to see like men actually doing something among themselves. Like, I'm still super cool with my he was my suite mate, Prince. Yeah, still super cool with him. His roommate Kai. Cedric, we don't talk as much anymore, but that's because he left like freshman year and just didn't really contact anybody. But I did invite him to the engagement party. He was busy, but like all those dudes, all of them, everyone in that group chat, I fuck with them heavy. Period, point blank. HBCUs are fun. And like Ben said, I actually plan to go to a PWI. Like, I was on waitlist for NJIT because I really wanted to swim, and they had a large number of people coming in. I was like, I'll just go to Morgan for a year or a semester, year, whatever, and then when I get in NJIT, I'll swim. You know, break some records, do some shit. Nigga, for one, that school's in New Jersey, in the mountains of New Jersey. Bro, we visited, and the swim team was leaving practice. One chick had frost in her hair. Didn't dry her shit off.
I remember those. That happens in DC too. That happened in DC. Like, your hair would just be frozen.
I said, like, and Morgan did have a swim team, which was sad. I didn't get to swim, but did have a great time. Fucking time of my life. It's fucking awesome.
I miss Howard. I miss being in school. Like, not the classes part.
That's cool. Like, you have a whole life there. Like, no matter, even if you have classes, you have like maybe a maximum of 4 classes, and you still have so many hours a day to just do anything and everything. Once you're done with your classes, the day is yours. Like, you could not do your homework, or you could do your homework. It doesn't matter. But like, if you have so much free time, it's crazy. It's insane.
I wouldn't know. I didn't go to college.
It's okay.
Yeah.
But you like with the police academy, you build bonds like that.
Yeah, we definitely did, because we same thing. We have our group chat where we talk to each other every single day, all day long. We talk to each other. We always check on each other, and then we talk shit to each other, talk shit about each other. We share information about what's going on and experiences with different calls we have and stuff like that, different lieutenants, different sergeants, and just learning different things. And we still help each other out. So, I mean, it's good. So I definitely had that experience. Especially we all trauma bond with each other with the crazy shit we've been through.
Right.
So.
You said trauma bond.
This definitely was trauma bond. Getting screamed at and stuff like that, having the whole push-up positions, getting pepper sprayed all at the same time. It's definitely a trauma bond.
Haze.
Yeah.
Get that one.
Yep.
So, here's the next news points. This is something that's interesting. I got hyped about this. The Percy Jackson movies, they are getting a series on Disney Plus.
Thank God, because they never finished it.
They didn't.
They never finished the movie, and I hope they're better than the movie. I listened to this YouTuber. He does mostly Harry Potter content, but he is into Percy Jackson, so he did like a lot of Percy Jackson content. And there's a new set of books out. I don't know if you guys know. There's a new set of books, and it follows like almost like they're basically their Roman parallels. So it's like Percy Jackson is about the Greek gods, and so this one's about like and this one's about the Roman gods, like children, which is really cool. So it's like they have slight differences, but then you see like how they're similar, and they do interact with like some of the people from the original Percy Jackson series. So like we have Percy, and then like the girl Maribel or something.
Annabelle.
Yeah.
Annabelle.
He's stuck on a console.
Her. Sorry. She's in it, and then but you get introduced to like a whole new set of characters, a whole new set of lore, more places and stuff like that. I didn't read it, of course, because we know I don't read anything. But it's really interesting, and he did a breakdown comparing the characters and stuff like that. But he's also done a breakdown of like each book and like what should have happened and stuff like that, and that was really good. So I kind of hope that, and it sounds much better than like the movies. And he did a comparison of like the first book and the second book with the movies that we have, and they are better. Like it's not like Harry Potter, where it's like they're very, very close, and like usually when people are like, oh, the book is better, or oh, this is better, it's kind of nitpicky, and you only can put so much in a 2-hour movie, you know. But this is like they're like almost completely, like the second book is almost completely different, but it's really good, really good. So I hope like the show is really good.
Okay, I hope so too. I love the Percy Jackson series. The first movie was the best out of the two, but
yeah, definitely
they had a lot of potential. I just think that they got thrown to the wayside.
It did, and funny thing, like the guy who produced the second movie, or the director of the second movie, didn't read the second book.
That
of course not.
It makes a lot of sense.
Of course not. Let's not read things that we're making.
Let's not read the thing that we have millions of dollars going into.
Yeah, what the fuck?
All right, my last news point is a big one. I had an hour-long conversation with one of my friends about this. Business mogul Microsoft has purchased Activision Blizzard for $68.7 billion.
All that fucking game, son.
This is the third mega company or team that Microsoft has bought. A few years ago, Microsoft, and it's funny, the conversation we had was like, Sony's always going to beat them out. He's a Sony. He was like, Sony's always going to beat them out. Sony's always won. Like, well, when the 360 came out, it didn't win. Not 360. Yeah, when 360 came out, it didn't win. That was too innovational. PS3, they had that. PS4, they had that. Next gen, they're having that kind of. But with that being said, like, I feel like this is where they turn around. 'Cause all those years, that's when Bill Gates was still kind of in charge, and Bill Gates was kind of like, what the fuck do I care about, the gaming space for? We're a software company. That's where we make all our money. Like, these people, Sony, lots of them are using our software to make you stuff. So I don't really care. But with new leadership comes, new regimens and regimes and new orders. So a lot of them have been like moving more towards the gaming space, and especially with the creation of their Xbox Live Game Pass, they've been really revamping it. And a lot of people are speculating that they're doing this because they're trying to add more fun games, more exclusive games, more AAA rated games to their Game Pass to make it more valued. Because the Game Pass goes not only for the Xbox but on PCs. So a lot of people are moving towards PC gaming. So now I can get a shit ton of games for $15 a month. And if you have an Xbox, if you have the Game Pass, $15 a month gets you all the games on there plus Xbox Live. So people are saying this is a huge business move on their part.
Did you see the meme where it was like, do you remember when because they were like, remember when Sony bought all this stuff and blah blah, and then Xbox like commented like, remember when Japan bombed Pearl Harbor, and then a few years later the US dropped 2 nukes? This is number 1. So something else big is coming. You stop it.
So yeah, I firmly believe that something larger is coming. Like, they're trying to either get their Game Pass together, just blow Sony out of the water, because a lot of people are kind of getting scared that with them buying all these AAA companies that some of the exclusives will only be in Xbox stands. And I'm like, damn,
They're
that's up to you.
They're basically pulling Disney.
Basically.
They're pulling a Disney? Is that what we're going to call it when people buy all the shit? Pulling a Disney?
Yes, because that's what Disney does. Disney buys out everything.
Or you could just say they're playing
I
Monopoly.
own you. Yeah. Which is illegal.
No, only illegal if it's a monopoly. They didn't buy everything. They just buy almost everything. You got to buy almost everything.
Basically. But,
well, I mean, is Amazon a monopoly?
So Amazon's not a monopoly because Amazon is a third-party distributor, essentially. So they do have their own product. They just partner with companies to deliver products. It's the same as FedEx, UPS, or UPS. It doesn't matter.
They also have a TV streaming platform. They have a store. There's a store. There's an Amazon store.
But a monopoly is when you're in your general field and you own everything of it. So basically, Bell Atlantic. I don't know if you guys remember this. You may be too young.
I do. The phone company.
Yes, Bell Atlantic was basically the only phone company, and they had to break off and become separate ones. That's where you end up getting Sprint. No, it wasn't Sprint. It was Singular Wireless, and then you end up getting Verizon Wireless. They were all Bell Atlantic. They had to split it off and make it into separate companies.
Well,
it couldn't just be one company.
So you got Sprint, T-Mobile.
So I mean,
which one called?
So
what about companies now who, they aren't getting all of the one thing like in their field, but they're just taking big things out of everything. So like, here's a streaming, here's a distributor, here's a store. These are really big products. What do you call that?
Legal. Unfortunately, it's legal. Unfortunately, but they are taking money out of people's pockets. They are. They're hurting a lot of.
There's a difference between being a mogul and having a monopoly. Like Jay-Z is a mogul. He doesn't have a monopoly in music. He's getting one, but in the same time, he branches out to other things, and that makes his value increase. And because I've increased his value, that doesn't mean that,
Do you know this? And this is random. It just made me think about it. Do we know why all of the artists are selling off their rights to their music and who they're selling them to?
Some companies buying up a lot of rights to people's music. I forgot what the company name is. It begins with an H.
Because Lil Wayne did it first, and everyone's like, "Oh, he's crazy." But I just heard someone else, John Legend, just did it.
A bunch of people are selling off their catalog. I'm not sure why they're doing it.
I think it might be to get ready for the age of streaming, as we know, like Joe Budden said a lot. We know the price of a record getting played, and bought in a store and played over and over again, right? I can sell 60 million records, easy. However, we don't know the value of a stream because streams were always undervalued when they first came out. But I can download a song and play that 100 times in one day, but you're only gonna get paid for the one. You feel me? And it's hard to determine that value. And it might be that with a market shift, something that we don't know about, something big. With that being said, something could be happening soon to make the value of a stream just a little bit more. Who knows?
Okay, just random question on my mind, because that is a news point. John Legend did just sell the rights to his music, which I thought was very interesting. And he wasn't the first person. And then it was I don't think it's funny, but I found it funny. Like Brett was like, because I heard it on the Ricky Smiley Morning Show. The Brett was like, I'm thinking about selling mine too. And I'm like, so what?
She may get more money than what she's getting now for it. If she sells it off, she may end up getting more than what it's streaming for, because who's checking for the Brat album music right now?
Right. No offense to her.
No offense to her, but who's streaming it though? I mean, she getting money. She probably getting way more money than what I'm making, but is she getting more money than like?
Well, from my understanding, a lot of her money, like as far as music goes, comes less from like streaming her own music and just comes from being a writer
So whoever she do it for. But again, I don't know when's the last time she wrote a song for someone. But I mean, that's like, because that's how the Dream and Neo make most of their money. They ain't, yes, they come out with their own songs, their albums and stuff, but they're writers. They make their money from writing and creating.
True. So I just actually on TikTok, it was an interview that Vince Staples did. He was talking about how he made so much money on TikTok. He was like, I forgot who he said. It was some video game bought one of his songs and they never used it in the game. Then Spider-Man, for the Spider-Man movie, they bought it for like the Amazing Spider-Man, never used it. Then the Army bought it, never used it. And he was like, I made as much as my budget for an album off of one of those guys' money. And 3 different people ended up buying it, the royalties off of it, buying it off of me. So he said, at that point, I was just like, I could keep making albums, but before I could just can you get your dog for a second, bro? Thanks. Appreciate that. Thanks, appreciate it. And then he was saying, hey.
He is wilding.
Yes, I'm meeting myself.
He was basically just like, if I focus on just making a song that could be featured in a movie or has likeness to it, or still meets my vision. If it syncs up, I can make a fuck ton of money. Anyone who enjoys me, who's also working on this movie, hears it. That's bread. And he said, so I always make a few songs that could sync up for a movie on every album, so that no matter what, someone can hit me up about it. And I was like, that's actually low-key genius. And I sent it to Paul because Paul makes music. And I was like, bro, this is next level thinking, because I wouldn't have thought of something. And that's why he's rich and I'm not. All right, y'all can unmute yourselves now.
Broke.
We ain't got it. Sorry, Kelly is very playy right now.
Play?
Yeah, he wants to play. Sometimes he's chill at night. Sometimes he wants to play. We need to go for a walk and burn some energy. We haven't gotten a chance yet because Mama was tired.
Burn some of that energy, BB. Well, good news for you. That was the last news point. Unless y'all know something I don't.
I do not.
And I'm actually tired as hell. I worked out this morning for a few hours and then going to jiu-jitsu. I'm tired as hell.
Do you ever adequately rest your body, Mr. Asta?
I do.
Doesn't seem like it.
I usually take. Actually, my days off are usually workout days. I work out a lot on those days, but I get some sleep in.
That's not giving your body adequate rest. There's need time to regenerate.
So when I usually work out 16-hour days. At least I try to. And then when I get off, what's the name? Usually on my Fridays, I don't pull a double on my Fridays, so I can get some rest.
That's good.
Yeah.
He's figuring it out.
Yeah.
He trying to stay young and spry.
Yeah, I gotta keep working out.
I got a few more years before I need to work out.
I know, like when you hit my age, if you don't use it, you lose it. That's 100% true. I was actually just listening to a podcast where this guy was going on about it. It's like people always think that when they hurt themselves and when they're older or they injure something hurts, they think like, all right, I'm gonna stop using it as much. It's like, no, it gets worse. You have to use it more. You gotta like work it out more.
And push it. Or you end up, what you end up doing is what a lot of people end up doing is you use it less, so you may not injure that part more, but you injure something else because you compensate for whatever's injured. And
like when you start working it out more, you build that circulation back up. The blood starts flowing again and stuff like that. So
yeah, when you compensate, one, you're putting double the pressure on whatever is maybe okay, because it might not even be okay, maybe okay, and you're not healing whatever is broken. So
true. Also, shout out to my breeder. She has a litter coming in 2 weeks.
Which dogs are these?
German Shepherds. They said they're all tan.
Okay.
Very shades of tan and brown.
No, a
There
pit
will
bull
be
bit me
no
last
black.
week.
You say a pit bull
What?
bit you?
Yeah, it bit me last week. This
That's
little fucker. I first saw him. He got loose out of somebody's house, and he was like really
Oh.
playful at first. And I tried to give him treats. He didn't want treats, but he did want to kind of play. But he wouldn't let me grab him. I kept trying to grab him so I can get him back because we found out what house he came from, so we can get him back into the backyard. So he wouldn't let me grab him, but he kept wanting to play. And then at one point, I turned away from him, and he bit the back of my leg. I looked right at him. I said, "You know I fight dogs, right?" I was like,
Was it
"Don't
like a
fucking
puppy?
do that."
Was it
No, it wasn't a
actual
puppy. It was a
dog?
full-grown dog. Full-grown
Okay.
dog, and it hurt a little bit. He didn't break the skin, but he bit hard. Bit the back of my calf. So I will fight a dog. Don't you do that ever again. I talk to him like a human.
All right.
God
Well,
damn it, Greg. That fox. You
what
hear it?
fox? That's the
You don't
fox.
hear it? That's the fox.
What does the fox say?
Pop, 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 pop.
Oh my god. All right. With that, we're gonna end this episode. I'm your host, Galaxy Greg, and you could be sure to follow me on my socials at Galaxy Greg, spelled GA1AXYG. I'm on YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, and Twitch. I Twitch stream every Tuesday through Friday, 1 until 3 p.m. These next couple of days are going to be specifically Yu-Gi-Oh! Trying to get better at that, trying to rank up, because the ranked season is only fucking 30 days. Like, literally, the ranked season ends next Monday, so I got to get higher than I know they're going to be some dope shit. So with that being said, be sure to follow me there. Be sure to follow the pod at Be More Nerdy on Instagram and Twitter. We are available on all DSPs and still working on getting more YouTube video and stuff. I'll be working on that while I'm here, I guess. But other than that, live long, prosper. Love you guys. Hope every day is a good day. Diva.
I'm your girl, Diva XOXO. You can follow me on Instagram at always_the_diva. I am still looking for friends in the Orlando area, so if you want to be my friend, DM me. I'm a nice person, I think. Our comic 21 Blackjack is out right now on webtoons, so make sure you rate it, you comment, and you follow it, because new episodes will be coming out, hopefully
This
before I release this episode. So before I release this episode, but new episodes are out right now because you're listening to it after I release them. And then in addition to all of that, I think I'm missing something. No, oh, right. I am missing something. I'm sorry. Shout out to our boy Niles for doing our music. He is the exclusive music producer of the Be More Nerdy podcast. So you can follow him on all your DSPs, GarageBand. Where else do you get music, guys? Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Tidal,
Apple
all
Music.
the places. Apple Music, Spotify, at Nillatron. And that's it. Just try to stay positive. I know I was tired at the beginning of the pod, but I'm up now. That nap did me some good. So, yeah. TJ?
Oh, you guys don't follow me.
Follow the Thought Pocket.
No, don't ever follow me. I'm not a good role model for you to follow.
That's
Follow
funny.
the Thought Pocket.
Pocket. You can follow me on Instagram if you would like. It is timeless_T Jones. I post a bunch of wild stuff all day long. I don't think it's funny I post it. Some people be think I'd be serious and stuff like that. I had a friend tell me, he's like, "Yo, you post crazy stuff." I was like, I think it's funny. It doesn't even you don't think it doesn't deal with me in my life. If I think it's funny, I'll post it. I don't care. But everyone just be kind to each other. That's all I gotta say.
Yes, sir. But yep. Yeah. The 21 Blackjack episodes should be coming out this week, and then concurrently for probably the next 6 weeks, and there should be a hiatus. Yes. So be ready for that. Make sure you follow them so that you can get all your episodes on time. That being said, we are the Be More Nerdy podcast, and be sure to be more nerds. Peace.
We out here.